something that I've discovered that is very ironical in the course of my work around press freedom advocacy. You know, that journalists advocate for every other person except themselves, you know. So I think let's start by journalists learning to tell their own stories. Mm-hmm. So when these attacks happen, or maybe it is not even attack, you know, can we talk more about the challenges that come with our work? It doesn't mean that we're weak. It just means that we need to educate the public that, you know, these are the kind of danger that is associated with the work that we do.
I was practically a lone ranger doing very aggressive journalism that was practically not welcomed in the part of the world I was coming from.
I know the intention of the last administration was to shut me down so that he could shut down every other person. Let's teach him a lesson so that others will not do what he's doing. I was taken into detention. My editors were also arrested and charged before a magistrate court. But that matter was thrown away. And we're all back to the field. Even though I'm still standing trial, but the job must continue going on.
24 years of democracy. That is the story of Nigeria. A country known for its vibrant media landscape and diverse voices. But behind the scenes, journalists face a dark reality. A reality of threats, attacks, and violations against press freedom to report the truth. In this documentary, we delve into the dangerous world that journalists navigate every day, shining a light on the pressing need for press freedom and safety.
Even if you had spoken the truth or written the truth, it's not a defense. What was worrying enough was if it then offended those who were in power. And for that, 2 editors went to jail.
No, I think first of all, it's important for the media and civil society stakeholders to identify the cases, to build up a database, if you will, of instances where we've seen threats and intimidation of journalists or members of civil society that have said things that certain people in power maybe don't want to hear about.
The dangers faced by journalists extend beyond physical attacks. Journalists encounter sanctions, regulations, denial of access, cyberbullying, and strategic litigation aimed at stifling their voices.
But this time around it was from citizens who were caught rigging the election, and as a result they wanted to keep me quiet. Thankfully, I was saved by other indigents who saw the importance of saving me.
Founded in 2014, the Center for Journalism Innovation and Development, CJID, emerged as a beacon of hope for media innovation and development in West Africa.
We also provide physical security support. So oftentimes we'll go distribute physical safety equipment to newsrooms and also to individual journalists when they're going out to tell stories in difficult environments.
Persons, institutions, or groups are hardly held responsible for the killings of journalists in Nigeria. Journalists and media workers are left vulnerable, their lives at stake, and justice remains elusive.
It was a traumatic period, very, very traumatic. You can't sleep well, you don't know when next they're coming. Your travel plans are disrupted because you have a court date waiting for you. If you don't appear, they will issue a bench warrant to come and take you back to jail. And all of this stuff. So you can't even plan. And he has actually stunted even the growth of our media business in Cross River, because for the past 3 years, I've been practically living like a fugitive. I've been driven out of my state. not necessarily by the state actors, but by the non-state actors. I got credible information that a gang was asked to kidnap me.
Throughout this documentary, we have heard from stakeholders, legal practitioners, and media executives who are determined to address these press freedom violations.
I think it's less of what journalists need to do, but what government needs to do, or if you can spin it around. It means the kind of advocacy that journalists and stakeholders need to do to ensure that government desists from what it's been doing. Because really, journalists are just performing their roles, which is constitutional, by the way. Section 22 of the Constitution is very clear as to the obligations and duties of a journalist.
This is Safe for Press, shining a light on the dark side of journalism and press freedom violations. Brought to you by the Center for Journalism, Innovation and Development.